230 arrests, 49 weapons were seized, 2 gun offences, 37 emergency workers assaulted, multiple sexual offences, drugs. How can it not be two-tier from Sir Keir?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to discuss some recent events at the Notting Hill Carnival and the reactions, or lack thereof, from our political leaders and mainstream media. Over the weekend, the Carnival saw some concerning incidents, including assaults on emergency workers, stabbings, drug use and public disorder, like people using private properties as toilets. What's interesting is the response, or perhaps the silence, from key figures like the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary. It raises the question, if similar incidents had occurred in a different context, such as during a far-right riot, would we have seen a more immediate and vocal condemnation? This situation has sparked a broader conversation about whether different types of criminal behaviour are treated differently depending on the context or the groups involved. In today's video, Patrick Christie explores these perspectives and tries to understand why these discrepancies might exist. Let's dive into it.
Today we saw yet more evidence of two-tier Keir. Around 60 emergency workers were violently attacked by thugs and yobs at Notting Hill Carnival. That's on top of gun offences, multiple stabbings, the open, brazen drug use and the utter filth. There was some Ring doorbell footage here, which is reportedly from over the weekend, which does show people using someone's front stoop as a toilet. And that went on and on and on. Quite a few people did that, actually. Not just that particular lady there. There's another one there. Lovely stuff. Yep, that's just the things you see at Carnival, isn't it, really, in some ways? Disgusting behaviour, as Carnival revellers there just use a stairwell as a toilet. All right, anyway. Sir Keir Starmer has said nothing about any of that. 61 emergency workers assaulted. Not a word. A mother stabbed in front of her young child. Not a word. Remember when he said this about the riots after Southport?
400 people now have been arrested, 100 have been charged, some in relation to online activity, and a number of them are already in court. And I'm now expecting substantive sentencing before the end of this week. That should send a very powerful message to anybody involved, either directly or online.
So why will this Labour Prime Minister not fast-track prosecutions for people who beat up emergency workers at Carnival over the weekend? I wonder why. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper tweeted this on August the 11th. She said, there we go, police officers show great bravery keeping us safe. It's a disgrace they were subjected to violent attacks. It's time to restore respect for the police. Well, she was absolutely silent today. Why? Was it the wrong kind of people who attacked the police for you? Was it Home Secretary? Are you too afraid of being called a racist? And the media wants to cover it up, OK? We have had two absolute corkers here from Sky News.
The atmosphere continues really to be brilliant, to be a party atmosphere. But of course we know, as we heard from the police yesterday, and as we've seen sadly in recent years, that occasionally amongst the nearly million people who show up, there are stabbings, there is knife crime. There were 2 men yesterday and a woman stabbed. The woman, a 32-year-old, now in hospital in a life-threatening condition. She was here yesterday with her child, and so the police have to balance that, keeping people safe, maintaining order on the streets, but also allowing people to have a great time.
Yeah, and then this today as well, as several people are fighting for their lives in hospital.
You've got around 1 million people who would have attended that weekend. I was certainly one of them. I was here on the Sunday, and the vibe that I certainly picked up was one that was celebratory and quite cathartic, really, following the racist riots that we've seen in the country.
Yeah, it's all just largely peaceful stabbings, isn't it? Largely peaceful. Yesterday alone, there were 230 arrests, 49 weapons were seized, 2 gun offences, 37 emergency workers assaulted, multiple sexual offences, drugs. But it doesn't matter, does it? Because now, even if you do commit a sexual offence, you can just say sorry in Britain and you'll avoid prison. How can it not be two-tier from Sir Keir? Where's the press conference? Where's the condemnation? Where's the tweet from the Home Office telling everyone that they've already arrested is already guilty? Where are the tweets from the police publishing the home addresses of people that they've arrested? People don't feel safe because of the stuff that we saw over the last 2 days. And we have a Prime Minister who won't even acknowledge it. Do you think he's really on your side?